This is music, and this is a Cyntia heavy video. Welcome to another first impressions video. In these videos, I share with you my first impressions of the many blind buys I've picked up lately. The previous first impressions video was quite heavy on Aldeus, a Japanese power metal band. They're all ladies, really good stuff. This video is going to be quite heavy on Cyntia, a Japanese power metal band. They're all ladies. Is it really good stuff? We'll see. But first, let's just have a quick look at this one here. Kicks S Do Ya? It's a single, 2 tracks on it. The other track is Never Run to You. So I picked this one up because I really like the Do Ya song. It's a catchy song. Uh, it's melodic hard rock with kind of like, you know, a foot in the pop rock camp for sure. But the main riff is kind of heavy-ish, and it's just a fun song, and it's very catchy, and I just really like it. It's from the 90s. I don't remember the year, but I would say if you are interested in 90s J-rock, this is worth checking out. The other song, Never Run to You, kind of blends 90s alternative rock and pop rock. It's pretty decent. I enjoy it, but uh, Do Ya? It's a great song. Definitely a song that I really like. And then before stepping into the world of Cyntia, let's just have a quick look at this one here too. Bad Messiah, Golden Seed, uh, OP Strip and all. So these guys are classified as a glam metal band. They don't look like a glam metal band here, but on some of their other releases, they have more of a glam metal look. Um, this is really good. It's really good riff-driven hard rock. And the first couple of songs, I would say, are fantastic songs. Especially the riffs. Just great hard rocking riffs in those songs and just great energy. And the vocals, I think, are really cool too. They're quite different from what you would expect from a glam metal band, and I think that's one of the things I really like about this. The album overall is a bit up and down. There's not a bad song on it for sure, but you got some songs that are kind of decent, some songs that are pretty damn good. But the first couple of songs, man, they slap. I really like them. So you have some boogie rock on here. You have some 70s hard rock inspired stuff. You got some 80s hard rock stuff. You got some kind of bluesy stuff as well. You have a couple of ballads, so yeah, a pretty solid glam metal album with some super strong opening tracks. And I get kind of, I would say, faster Pussycat vibes, maybe Vain, that style of less polished glam metal. There's also a bit of an AC/DC influence on some of the songs. Really good stuff. I'm definitely going to check out some more Bad Messiah because I liked this one quite a lot. So let's turn to Cyntia. So they were among the pioneers of the current um, scene or movement or wave or whatever you want to call it in Japan, called the all-girl rock and metal band scene, uh, which has started to gain popularity outside of Japan as well. But not a lot of people outside of Japan talk about Cynthia, although they were among the pioneers. Maybe it's because, as far as I understand, they've called it quits. But hey, let's have a look at their albums. So first we have this one here, Endless World. Uh, this one is really good. I would I would categorize this as modern melodic power metal meets modern melodic heavy metal. So you have a couple of really fast up-tempo power metal songs, and then you have some, you know, almost like poppy songs, still with a heavy guitar tone. Uh, very catchy songs because there's a kind of pop sensibility underneath all their uh, albums and all their songs, and that means you have lots of just super catchy songs with great, compelling choruses. The guitar work is absolutely fantastic, both on the rhythm guitar side of things and the lead guitar side of things. Uh, in a lot of the songs, you got quite prominent keyboards too, and that's not a problem because they work really well and the keyboard player is awesome. And I really like the vocals as well. I think her name is Saki. She's got a great voice. Very kind of, no nonsense. Obviously melodic voice, but no nonsense. She doesn't need to do a whole lot of crazy things because she can rely on the power of her voice. Uh, Great stuff. I really like this album. I would say if you are like into modern melodic metal and modern power metal, not the wimpy style, but the other thing, I would say Amaranth, that kind of style that ultimately was kind of derived from melodic death metal. I mean, there's none of that on here, but if you like that style of power metal and melodic metal, I think you might enjoy this one quite a lot. I think it's a great album. Uh, Kicks ass. And then you got this one here, Break Limit, or Limit Break is what it's called. Kind of similar in style as well, um, but they lean a little bit more into the, I would say, kind of progressive side of things. And I think that's because of the keyboards, because a lot of the keyboard solos sound like something of a progressive metal album. You still have some fast power metal songs on here, and you also have some poppier songs and just straight up melodic metal songs. Also, great guitar work on this one. Um, and by the way, they're not afraid to have a disco song or two on their albums, just so you know. Uh, but yeah, great stuff on this album. Again, vocals excellent, great riffs, fantastic guitar solos, awesome synth solos as well. So I think this is an awesome album too. And then the next one is, I don't know if I'm going through them chronologically, but the next one I have is this one here, Lady Maid. This one is very similar in style to Limit Break, but where Limit Break maybe leans a little bit into the aggressive metal inspired side of things, this one leans more into the poppy, melodic hard rock side of things, but it's still a modern metal album and it's still heavy. You still have some fast, heavy power metal songs on here. Also, still great vocals. It's almost like, to me, in my mind, these two albums have become sister albums because they're kind of similar, but also a little bit different from one another. Both great albums. The vocals are great, although the vocalist, I think her name is Saki, her voice is a little bit nasal on a couple of the songs on here, but other than that, really, really, really good job she does. And then we have this one here, Woman. Uh, Quite a change in style on this one, because this one to me is a pop rock album. I say pop rock meets melodic hard rock. You still have a hard rock guitar tone, and you still have like blistering guitar solos and all that good stuff. But the songs are much poppier, and which means they're very catchy. Uh, it's still a very good album, but it's the album that I gravitate towards the least. It's also the one that has the most ballads on it, and um, they're not bad ballads, but I can get balladed out very quickly, if you know what I mean. Still a good album, still some good songs on here. And I think this album, if you're like a J-pop fan that has never really engaged in rock music, but you're interested in getting into the world of rock music, I think this album could be a pretty good gateway album because it does draw a lot on J-pop. I mean, hard rock too. It's a good album. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my favorite album of theirs. And then last, we have this one here, Urban Night. So this one is quite similar to Woman, except it leans more into the hard rock side of things. Um, but it's still quite poppy, Still very melodic. I would consider this a melodic hard rock album, modern melodic hard rock. Um, and again, they're not afraid to actually have a bona fide pop song or two on their albums. Really good guitar work as usual on this one, and good vocals. What I really like about this one is that they kind of lean into AOR in some of the songs, especially Bless of the Fire, which is probably my favorite song on this album because it's a modern hard rock song, but it's also very, very reminiscent of, that tasty AOR from the 80s that I'm a big fan of. And a lot of this has to do with the keyboards. There are lots of cool songs with keyboard bursts, like in, good old AOR days. So this is also an album that might be a good gateway album if you are a J-pop fan and you're looking to get into the world of rock music. Really good stuff. So yeah, I think these um, releases here, I think they're really good, and they're also interesting to listen to because they kind of document the evolution of a band from heavier power metal inspired modern melodic metal to almost like pop rock in places. All the albums do have an underlying pop sensibility, and that means that again, a lot of the songs are super catchy, super fun. Um, I really like the vocalist. Again, I think her name is Saki. I really like her voice because it's a kind of a very confident voice, if you know what I mean. She doesn't have to do a lot of operatics and crazy things. She has clean, powerful, melodic, confident voice. And uh, I think she also did some live session work with Aldius, and I think she would be a very interesting choice of a steady vocalist too for Aldius if they decide to get back into recording songs and stuff. She has a good voice with power in it, but also the ability to do, the softer, poppier things. So I think she is a genuinely good vocalist. And I think this is a genuinely good and interesting modern melodic metal band. And again, if you like power metal and stuff, these might be worth checking out. If you like a little bit of an influence from progressive metal, you got this one here. If you are a pop fan that wants to also say that you like rock music, there's this one here, Woman. And, if you like, I guess, like a modern take on AOR and stuff, you got this one here. So there's a little bit of stuff for a lot of different people in their discography. Really good stuff. I definitely enjoyed listening to the Cyntia albums, and I think Cyntia is a band that deserves more attention among all the fans of modern J-rock and all girl rock and metal band music from Japan. As always, go and check out the albums and the single yourself, see if you like it. I liked all of this, so I'm a happy camper. Thanks for watching.